Hello and welcome to English Hangout with Teacher Maria. How are you feeling today, students? Are you feeling all right while you are learning from your house? All right, I hope everyone is doing great and happy while you are staying at home, and be safe while you are learning. Okay, so today we are going to have another lesson, but before that, I would like you to learn first some expression. So, for our expression of the day, we are going to learn this expression. When do you say this expression and how do you say it? Okay, so everybody listen while I read. Okay, so the expression is, how do you pronounce then the word? How do you pronounce? Okay, everybody read. How do you pronounce? How do you pronounce? When you say pronounce, it means that you are going to make the correct sound of the word. So if you don't know the correct sound of the word, you ask other people or the teacher. You say, teacher, how do you pronounce? And then you say the word, or you spell the word. So for example, here I have this word. So I will say, how do you pronounce B-U-F-F-E-T? How do you pronounce B-U-F-F-E-T? So the teacher would say, all right, B-U-F-F-E-T is pronounced as buffet. Okay, so this word is pronounced as buffet. Everybody, buffet. So have you been to a buffet restaurant? So that's a buffet. All right, so one more time, when you say pronounce, it is the way you are going to make the sound of the word or part of the word in a correct or particular way. Okay, so I hope you will use this. If you don't know how to say the word correctly, you just ask somebody who knows it. And you say, how do you pronounce buffet? How do you pronounce B-O-O-K? Oh, it's a book. All right, so how do you pronounce? Okay, so I hope everyone will be able to use this in the future. Okay, so are you ready for our lesson now? Let's get your student book, workbook, notebook, and pens. Okay, so for our lesson for today, we are going to have grammar, and we will be focusing on the expression used to. Everybody read, used to describe past habits and actions. Used to describe past habits and actions. How to use used to. So we are going to focus on habitual past actions. Okay, when you say habitual past actions, we talk about habitual past actions that we do not do now. So you use used to expression to tell that before your habit is this, but now I don't do it. Okay? Just before you do it, now I don't do it. Okay? So we have here the form or the structure if the statement is affirmative or positive. If it's a positive statement, we have here subject plus used to plus verb in present form or in V1. form. So we have here, for example, she used to collect stamps. So she is the subject. Next phrase is used to. Then the next is a verb which is in the present form, which is collect. Okay, so she used to collect stamps. So it means that before she used to collect stamps. Now she did not collect stamps anymore. Okay, this is what used to is all about. The use of used to. Okay, next we have, for example, you look at the picture. So before, I don't have before the cell phone is not the same as now. Okay, so we have here Nokia 3310. So I will say we used to play with Nokia 3310. So now I don't play in this kind of phone anymore. So it's just before. So therefore I use the expression used to here. Okay, so everybody read, we used to play with Nokia 3310. Another example I have here, you will say, I used to have a telephone. Before, I don't have cell phone yet. Okay, before the cell phone was created, I have a telephone. Okay, so before, I used to have a telephone. Now I don't have it anymore. Okay, so here the expression used to tells us about your habitual actions in the past. Okay, so everybody read, I used to have a telephone. So for negative sentence or statement, the structure or the form is we have subject plus didn't plus used to plus verb. Okay, so we use here didn't as a negative form of statement. Didn't because it's in the past. Okay, so everybody will read, she didn't used to collect stamps. You take a look at here. You have to look at the example. In negative, we use subject and then didn't, and then the used to here doesn't have D anymore. No more D, okay? Because we already used didn't here. So used to here doesn't have D at the end of the word use, at the end of the word use. Okay, so and then the same verb V1. One more time. Here in the negative statement, the structure has didn't, and in the word used to, the word doesn't have D at the end of the word use. Okay, no more D here. All right, so she didn't used to collect stamps. She didn't used to collect stamps. So the meaning here is different now, because before she did not used to collect stamps, but now maybe she collect already. Okay, so here in the negative statement, before you don't do it, but now you do it already. Okay, if the statement is negative. But if the statement is positive, it means before you do it, but now you don't do it. In negative statement, before you don't do it, now you do it already. Okay? So, another example here. I will say, I didn't used to play video games. Okay. Before, I don't used to play, or I don't play video games before. So now video games is easy to use, but before I don't use it. So I'll say I didn't used to play video games. Understand? Next, another example. We didn't used to have iPhone. Okay? So before I have telephone, but I didn't used to have iPhone. Okay? Understand? So didn't, it means you don't have it before that you have it now. So in affirmative form, we have subject plus used to plus verb, which is in the present form. Okay? In the negative, we have subject plus didn't plus used to with no D. Okay? So this is how you're going to form the positive and the negative statement. I would say here, in this statement, it means that before I do it, or I do that habit before, but now I don't do it anymore. Okay? You understand? In negative statement, it means that before I don't do that habit, but now I do it. But I do it now. Okay? That's the difference. It's very easy to determine. We have here for the negative and the affirmative. So when you say affirmative, it means positive. It means positive statement. Negative is negative statement. When you say positive statement, the use to has D, okay? It has D. But in the negative statement, the used to does not have D, but it has didn't. Okay? So here, affirmative structure, it means that before you do that habit. Before you do that habit. But now you don't do it anymore. Okay? In negative statement, it means that before you don't do that habit, but now you do it. Okay? But you do it now. Understand? Okay? So for example, one more time. Before, Teacher Maria didn't used to have iPhone, but now I have iPhone. Okay? So I use here, we didn't used to. But if I'll say, Teacher Maria used to play. Before, I used to play this game in Nokia 33. So we say, We used to play. So before I used to play or I play this game, but now I don't play it anymore. Okay? Do you understand? All right. We have activity 1, used to and didn't used to, talking about past habits. Now you are going to complete. Okay, look at the pictures and complete the sentence. Write what our relatives used to or didn't used to. So you have, these are the words. Okay, and then you have to fill it in here. You look at the picture with X, it means that it's negative. No X, it means positive. Okay, so this is, you are going to fill in or complete the sentence with used to and didn't used to, and then use the vocabulary beside the pictures. Okay, or the picture. All right. So let's go to your student book, page 23. Now, you are going to write this. What did people used to do in the past? Before, what did people do in the past? Before time, maybe your grandmother, your mother, what do they do before? So for example here, he used to use pay phones. Now you have to use the vocabularies in your book. Okay, number 2, my grandparents, you have to use used to record videos of my dad. Okay, so complete this. Next, let's go to listening, page 24 of your student book. Letter A, listen and check. Check if it's yes or no.
A. Listen and check.
Sis, look at this old photo of Uncle Mike. He used to play cassette tapes when he was a kid.
Wow, he was so young. Mom told me that he also used to deliver newspapers to make money.
That's a fun job. What did Mom used to do when she was a kid?
She used to develop photos. She loved using her camera.
Did they collect stamps?
No, they thought that was boring. They used to watch silent films together, though.
Where did they watch silent films?
They went to the movie theater. They had such a fun childhood.
One more time.
A. Listen and check.
Sis, look at this old photo of Uncle Mike. He used to play cassette tapes when he was a kid.
Wow, he was so young. Mom told me that he also used to deliver newspapers to make money.
That's a fun job. What did Mom used to do when she was a kid?
She used to develop photos. She loved using her camera.
Did they collect stamps?
No, they thought that was boring. They used to watch silent films together, though.
Where did they watch silent films?
They went to the movie theater. They had such a fun childhood.
Okay, letter B, listen and check.
B. Listen and check. Number 1.
What did he used to do when he was a kid?
He used to record videos.
Number 2.
What did he used to do when he was a kid?
He used to develop photos.
Number 3.
What did she used to do when she was a kid?
She used to play cassette tapes.
Number 4.
What did she used to do when she was a kid?
She used to deliver newspapers.
One more time.
B. Listen and check. Number 1.
What did he used to do when he was a kid?
He used to record videos.
Number 2.
What did he used to do when he was a kid?
He used to develop photos.
Number 3.
What did she used to do when she was a kid?
She used to play cassette tapes.
Number 4.
What did she used to do when she was a kid?
She used to deliver newspapers.
Okay. Now let's go to the next page. Oh, all right. Sorry. You go to your student book, page 32. Student book, page 32. Okay, so in page 32, it's a reading activity. We are going to have here the dialogue up here, the dialogue, and then here is the user manual. Okay, so let's have Mom and Daniel. So read with me. Mom, did you find anything interesting in the attic? Daniel, I found an old video camera. Mom, Grandpa used to record videos of you when you were a baby. Daniel, how do you use it? Mom, there's manual in the box that tells you how. User manual. VHS Video Camera Max 486 model Y2K. How to record a video. Step 1. Load a VHS tape. A. Press the eject button. B. Load the VHS tape. C. Close the door and press lock. Note, you cannot load or unload a VHS tape when the video camera is in record mode. Step 2. Record. A. Remove the lens cover. B. Press the on button. C. Press the record button. Note, a red light appears when the video camera is in record mode. Special features. A. Press zoom in to get a more focused picture. B. Press zoom out to get a wider picture. Note, previous models used to make a noise in zoom mode. This feature is not included in this model. Alright, so now it's your turn. You have to read again the dialogue as well as the manual. Then answer the question. Number 1, what did Daniel's grandpa used to do? A. Record videos. B. Play cassette tapes. C. Watch silent films. Number 2. What do you do after you load the VHS tape? Write the answer. Next, number 3. What do you do before you press the record button? Number 4. What feature did the video camera used to have? What feature did the camera video used to have? Okay, so you have to write the answer in this page. Okay, now let's go to page 33. In page 33, you answer. Okay, in letter A, you think of 3 things your mom, your dad, and grandparents used to do when they were children. Fill in the chart. So your mom, you have to ask your mom, what do you used to do before, mom? You have to say 3 things. So you have to write 3 things. The same as you with your dad, with your grandma or your grandpa. Okay? So just leave letter B because you don't have your friends with you. Alright, so I think that would be all. But for your activity 2, I would like you to have the reading activity. So take a video while you read the reading on page 32, student book. Send the video in my line. 10 points for those who can read it well, can pronounce the words well, and who can send the videos early. Anyways, up to you na. So you have a lot of time to do it, and those others, I would like to remind others, those who are not yet sending your activities, you can send it through my line. Okay, so activity 1, you have to answer the worksheets. Activity 2, reading activity. Alright, so thank you so much for your time today. I hope that you will have a great time learning and enjoy the rest of your days. Bye!